Well, hello. Welcome to the Miller River Road, Lake Dorothy hiking area here. It's in the Foss Tonga recreation area. I've done a bunch of videos here before. We're gonna go try to see how far we can get. You're supposed to be able to drive further down this road here. But you can see the plowing has ended and I'm gonna start high centering on the ice and snow here, so I decided to get out and start walking. I'm gonna walk to see if we can get, I guess, to where the snow gets so deep that I start post-holding and have to turn around because I didn't bring snowshoes. I do have micro spikes though, in case I get in trouble. But it's been a while and I'm really excited to get out here and do at least a day hike. If I didn't have to work, I'd probably have to do an overnight here. But we'll get to a little bit of a sunny break here. It warms up considerably, but it's really bright. I didn't bring my sunglasses this time. But most of the time on these hikes, you're in the shade, except for breaks like this. There we go. I'm coming across a fair bit of ice as we exit these sunny bits that are almost just blindingly bright. The snow seems to have melted pretty substantially, but there are obviously places where the sun isn't reaching and some ice up there. The weather's getting to be exquisite. It's like when I started the trip, I was really cold. I think that's, whoa, that's from being in the warm car. But now that I'm out and moving, I'm almost too warm for the outer layer hoodie thing, which is good. So what I kind of expected. It's gonna be 70 degrees for the first time here in the Seattle area tomorrow. And I bet you the trails are overloaded, the ones that don't require major snow equipment to traverse anyway. So have fun with that. I'll probably join back up next week. But for now, we're just gonna see how far we get on this trail today. Well, as we get down the road further, I'm starting to see it's pretty contiguous. I mean, I might have even been able to get down here with my car. I just would have felt real stupid if I got it stuck. I'm by myself, so I always tell the $60,000 overlander guys that my 4x4 is right here. It's got shoes on, but just chugging many miles down the road also kind of crap too. So what we're looking for though down the way is, well, a little bit of ice here, excuse me. We're looking for a place when all the snow's melted that everybody parked. There was a bridge that washed out there, and instead of fixing it, they just kept putting it off, and eventually they placed a bunch of big boulders in front of the washout so people wouldn't, the $60,000 overlander guys, wouldn't attempt to cross it, from what I understand, to get to the old trailhead. Basically, it's a new trailhead, kind of unofficial, with no bathroom. It adds 4 miles each way to the Lake Dorothy hike. So given what I'm adding now, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to do it today. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. I'm actually making pretty good time for it being icy, I guess. The weather's perfect. Another thing I would recommend, I'm testing a new set today. These are aluminum because they have a camera mount. Sticks and Stones Outdoors sent these over for my girlfriend to use, and she hasn't gone out and used them yet, mostly because it's winter. So I'm gonna give them a try today. Try this camera mount out. Everybody says on these or at least on the reviews, that poles were helpful because of the icy conditions. At least the reviews of this trail I could find that mentioned snow. I believe on, whoa, woo, that'll be a fun clip. Wow. Yeah, safety first, huh? What was I gonna say? This is also recorded as a snowshoe. Probably where I parked is where you start your snowshoe, because if it was any snowier. But anyways, as I film this, it probably kind of reminds me I should take my poles out and stop filming and watch where I'm going. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's really beautiful. It looks kind of warm, but all the puddles are like this. Layer of ice on top, so it is still pretty chilly out. Well, I tried to adjust my glasses, which I've already taken off. Yeah, they were fogging up. I'm trying to get down to that Miller River down there, but I can just hear it, kind of see it. As you can see down there, it's just down that hill, but it's inaccessible. Hopefully we pass it. We've been about 1.25 miles so far. It's been pretty easy going down a snowy road. Yeah, you can see the, whoa. Trying to film myself, I do that. Yeah, the river's right down there. I just can't get to it. I'm starting to get thirsty. Finally had to make it default to 4K for video on this iPhone. Kept switching back to HD. So no telling what the resolution of the final video is going to be, but it'll at least be 1080. Well, we're not very far from where we crossed the river, so I'll be able to get water there. I'm assuming this is where this washout is, and maybe where these campsites are. You cross the river several times on the way to the original trailhead, so it's hard to say exactly which one of them is the one that's washed out, but we'll see soon. We've made it to the bridge. It doesn't look very washed out, but there are boulders pushed out in front of it where you can't cross. I think they were originally on the side, so you wouldn't fall down into those ravines down by the river there, but now they've put it out so people can't cross. And I've also officially switched the camera to the top of the hiking pole, so you'll only probably see one for a while. We'll see how this goes. I know another couple of YouTubers that do it this way instead of messing with the tripod like I have been. But yeah, there are boulders, and supposedly there's campsites down there. I can see a fire ring down there, but it's really snowed in, so you need to bring your winter crap. Yeah, we'll see how much further it is down the way here. The old trailhead. The snow's starting to get pretty deep. I don't know if you can hear me clomping, but there's the Miller River roaring with all the melting snow. So we'll see how far we get. And it looks like we've found the washout right here. This would be a nasty surprise to drive across the bridge into. Let me move over here on this hard top snow and let you see what it is. Yeah, the end of the bridge is eroding away, which would be a terrible surprise. We're going so slow now because of the snow that I can put the glasses back on so I can see. Oh, it's kind of hard to do while I'm filming here, but I'm actually walking in some other footsteps in the snow. In these parts you can almost walk on top of the snow, but you start breaking through. You have to walk real carefully. So I resorted to following, I don't know if, yeah, there they are. Just kind of follow along, step into them. They're old. Looks like it snowed on them once maybe. But we'll see how far we can get like doing this. It does go slower, but it's better than the post holing. Made it almost to where there's more water. But as you can see the way that I'm walking, I'm still having to walk in these, following in somebody's footsteps. But it is tough enough that I have to take my glasses off because I'm sweating. It's just annoyingly slow. So I'm not exactly sure how far we'll get today. This hike was exploratory to see how much longer it was going to be before we get through hike it all the way over to the other side. We're about I-90 in North Bend, but looks like it still snowed in pretty good. Not going all that slow, it's just other than being extremely snow blinded. Well, apart from the snow blindness and the slower going, this has been kind of an okay trail. It's really kind of bright. We're at 3 miles now, which is about halfway for the whole snowshoe route, which I believe ends at the, I think it actually ends at Lake Dorothy, but I think we're gonna get that far because it isn't gonna be long before the depth of the snow gets just too great to overcome. It's kind of hard to film these while I'm trying to navigate these holes here, footprints, but if you concentrate and don't think too hard about it and don't get too wrapped up into going fast, you can make time. It's just slow. And yes, my feet are starting to get a little bit cold, but they're not wet. But my boots are waterproof. All right, it looks like we've made it to the end of the tracks, and the person that was doing these tracks turned around right here. We're gonna try to go, wow, the sun. We're gonna go ahead and see how far we can get, but without the tracks, it's gonna be really slow going. So we'll trudge on. Inhaled Cliff Bar faster than, wow, than I have in a long time. And I'm gonna follow my own tracks and turn around and go out of here. I've been about 4 miles, but it was getting to be up to my thighs in the snow. Then we go back down, and then we get deep again, and it was just starting to wear me out. And I'm gonna head back about, like I said, 4 miles. So I've got my own tracks to walk through, so it should be slightly easier on the way back. Grab a little water. There almost was no water the whole way on this trail, which I was surprised. Usually there's little streams and stuff off to the side of the road or the trail, usually pretty regularly, but not at all this time. So that one that we saw earlier, I'll fill up, hydrate, and slowly make my way out of here. Always helps me to take a little break, even if it's just standing still in the middle of the snow here. A little drink, cool down. I always feel a ton better. Sorry about all the glasses on and off, but I finally found a place to get some water. Now I'm kind of hydrated, maybe a little bit rested down there on those rocks. Almost started to feel chilly down there. My hands and stuff are starting to get cold. But if I'm not mistaken, I'll be plenty warm here in a few moments after this. Moving much faster after I get about 44 ounces of water into me. Use more water and there's just less places to find it out here. Might even be a good idea to bring an empty bottle even on a day hike like this, because I think I've found 2 places to get water so far. We made it back to this like new trailhead with the bridge washout and everything. The good thing about that is from here on there will be vehicle tracks that will have smushed down the snow, or I don't have to trail break or step in other people's footprints. Yeah, I can even see the ones that I left earlier have kind of melted a little bit and they're not nearly as well defined. It's actually fairly warm, but again, if you stop for a second, it gets kind of chilly. I think there's only about 2 miles left. Yeah, it's been a really nice, I guess, ad hoc snowshoe that I did in regular shoes. It looks like a few people have come down this road. Not a lot, but a few people that have off-road vehicles and high clearance can get down here without much of a problem. And then they're gonna find a rather snowy trail, but they're gonna have it mostly to themselves. And this would be my guess as well. These off-road guys buy those things. It's not just a look. It's like it unlocks like half the trails, especially important during the busy season. Well, we're getting back to the car with this one after slogging through the snow and wearing my knees out and being a lot harder than I think I expected it to be. But it is relaxing to walk on the road. It's pretty nice out. I bet it's 50 degrees, 45 degrees, something like that. Again, I'd recommend the Lake Dorothy Miller River Road snowshoe trail. It's just by Skykomish off Highway 2 on Old Cascade Road. Just keep going until you can't go any further. The snow will let you know. But anyways, from JW Outdoors, Thanks for watching.